matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Fighting through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Z. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hut.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. And they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll go on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On 2nd down, Scott. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. They can't tackle him. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run with Scott. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
There we go. There we go. There we go. That's the touchdown. That's
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Buying time to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Butker now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Well, he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but
this is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Frank Clark in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got daylight. And all the way down to the 37. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 57 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Set. 319. 319. Gone.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And now out come the Steelers. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Detroit!
The drive will start with an option going left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And running with power here. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On 1st and goal, he'll try the option left. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper at its 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. We're back now in KC. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Jackson now, flushed out right. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down, dancing to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they do it.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tyreek Hill on the return. Bust through the tackle. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Mahomes now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Working from the gun, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And it's caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Some space here. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now we're all even. Brand new ball game, tie game.
In a sense, you're starting over. Tie ball game, everyone's back to even, back to equal. A good job getting back in it.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any
run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now running right through it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my 3rd, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my 3rd shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too right now. Yo, I'm 2 up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we would blow your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now.
Money back, money back, money back, make it like a money back, money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, race snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways.
Okay, you bubbling. Look, yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, 20 slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence for my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell Gamma stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Bro, we have empty pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to do. Get over the